Scrappy Peeps, Suzanna here today to share with you this layout that I created using goodies from DLS Design. So they are a company based out of the Netherlands, and this is a design team project. So I am using rectangular dies, and you can see that they're still adjoined, and the reason I've left them adjoined intentionally is in order to create frames. And so I have a couple of rectangular frames as well as some solids, as well as 4 wallet size with white border photos of my garden. And so I am also going to use this stamp. So those dies are not from DLS Design, by the way, but this stamp is from DLS Design, and I'm going to use it not so much for the lines there for journaling as part of the decorative elements there. So I want sort of some free flow moving from left to right or right to left, but we read left to right, correct? And so I want some flow to move from left to right across the page, and I want it to be sort of whimsical, so it doesn't have to go straight across. In retrospect, I wish I had done this at the sort of the junction between the top third and the second third of the page instead of slap bang in the middle, but it is what it is. So the colors that are my focus are this sort of purpley mauve, the yellow, and then that mint green there, as well as a navy blue. And I felt that those were the colors that are in the photo, but then the navy blue complemented the blue in the butterflies, or it might be a moth. I can't tell if that's a moth or a butterfly. Anyway, that flying thing, its wings. So I know the critter, for lack of a better term, in the lefternmost photo is definitely a moth, but I think that thing with the blue is actually a butterfly, but it may be a moth. Anyway, so navy blue. And so I'm just looking for the whimsy of the up and down, kind of like a carousel, and then some unity. I don't want to have too many holes as you move across the page. I thought maybe that might frame the photo nicely, but I don't like it. So I just decide, literally, I don't have a plan, as I said, about this, other than just kind of putting color in to complement the photos and make the photos pop. So I am not working with any particular collection. I do have pattern papers from various, actually 2 collections. And then I have these stickers from a sticker pack, which is actually from last summer, which is not the summer we just had, but the summer prior. And that is sort of the foundation of where I'm getting this color palette from. And then these labels, and you can see the yellow arrows that are in that top left there. Those are all part of a basics pack, so they are single color and designed to work with the color palettes and not necessarily a collection. So what I like is that there are different shapes, and so rather than just sticking with rectangles that go north to south or up and down, I'm also going to have a couple of horizontal elements or square elements that they create that up and down motion as you move across the page. So this is what I was talking about with the summer stories, and that is the color palette. That's where I based my color palette off of. So some of these really bold squares, again, just trying to balance that boldness of color with contrast across the page, so that it's not just sort of here I am, kind of, a big like neon pointy sign. And so just using a few of those elements, trying to make them relevant to summer. The title of this page ends up being, so you have that lovely moments there, but you also have this enjoy that I'm going to put on this top left-hand side there. But the page title actually ends up being Happy Summer Visitors, because these are the summer visitors that came and visited our flowers this summer. So just trying to find more of the complementary colors from my color palette, as well as balancing out the colors, the contrast, and filling in some of those empty holes. For example, that frame to the left of the bird, so the second photo from the left, it's kind of this dead white space. It's trapped space in a way, and so I want to put something in there. I don't actually end up journaling on the page because it's pretty self-explanatory. Summer visitors, right? They're visiting our flowers. And it's more of a feeling page than a direct memory, like family memory page. What I am going to end up doing off camera is I felt like the page was very stark. And if you know me, you also know that I like to have either a header or a footer or something that grounds the page. So I am going to take some navy blue cardstock and I'm going to rip that and put a little bit at the bottom left and the top right. And then I'm going to just put in some of the coordinating embellishments up to those corners as well. And it just crowns the page and you'll see how it kind of pulls it together. I could have left it like it is when I'm finished here, but it really needed something else to just really finish it off. And I, of course, didn't determine that until the next day when I was no longer filming and just was kind of like, I'll try this. How about a little bit of that? So you could see I used some of the letters to complete the title, and then just going in again, I had found some little hearts, and there's lots of little things that just sort of catch your eye as you move across the page and are relevant to the story, and that they're hearts or color complementary in order to serve a design purpose more than a storytelling purpose there. So again, this is DLS design. It is probably new to most of you because they are from the Netherlands. You can ship from the Netherlands to the US. It's just pretty expensive, but definitely worth it. So be sure to check out their new collection, Splendid. And then there's a fall collection that's new too. So the close-ups are to follow. If you have any questions about the company, please don't hesitate to leave them in the box down below. Enjoy the close-ups. Thanks for stopping in today. Come back again soon. Take care.